No matter what line of business you find yourself in, you always want to make sure that you and your employees are being as productive as possible. The more productive you are, the more products you make. The more products you make, the more money you can bring in. We know that naturally, of course, but how can you possibly measure whether or not your business is maximizing its potential? Using some basic math, we can chart the path our production should be taking if it's firing on all cylinders. The formula needed contains only division. Productivity equals outputs divided by inputs. Because outputs are the products you're selling and inputs represent the effort your company is putting in, you want the number for productivity to be as high as possible. The closer you are to zero, the less productive you are. If you go lower than zero into negative numbers, you're actually expending more effort to make products than you're bringing back in through selling them. You don't have to have a PhD in economics to know that's a bad idea. A raw answer doesn't tell you a lot though. After all, it's just a number. What does it mean? The first way to know what it means is to compare your results to those of your competitors. If your number is higher than theirs, then you're producing better. The downside here is that you might not always have access to enough information to be able to have accurate numbers for your competitors. The second way is to measure your company's productivity over time doing the same action. This takes time, of course, but can be very accurate since you have access to all of the information you'll need to make a good comparison. Let's say, for example, that you own a company that started making watches in 2010. Between labor, material, capital costs, and other expenses, it costs you $100,000 to make your shipments. You sold that merchandise for $150,000, making $50,000 of profit. When you divide $150,000 by $100,000, you get a productivity score of 1.5. That's not bad. Now, let's fast forward 4 years into 2014 and take a look at your operations. Your spending on product has doubled, up to $200,000. Your sales have also gone up to $500,000. When you divide $500,000 by $200,000, you get a productivity score of 2.5. When you compare the two scores, you see that your company has become 67% more productive in the 4 years since you started selling. This may have been done through more efficient labor, better use of time, lower costs, or possibly even economies of scale. Whatever the reason, your process is significantly more productive now than it was in the past, and you have the numbers to prove it. That means that when products come out of this factory, they do so in a way that makes you more money. Who doesn't love doing their job better? Do you have a business that you know could be more productive? Shoot us an email and we'll help you solve that problem.